Okay, we have a MacBook Air. This is M1. The description it's dead. Just so description is dead, which means no power. This is A2337, and as you guys know, with no power devices, the first thing we do is to get to have a better understanding of what's happening inside before we plug a charger to it. So let's quickly take out the back cover. Okay, this looks fairly good. There's no sign of liquid. There is no sign of any previous repair. Um, the screws on board, they look pretty untouched, which is good. So let's disconnect the battery. By the way, one of the ways you can differentiate between the Intel MacBook Air design and the M1s, it's the lack of fan. So with the Intel, you will have a fan present, and with the M1s, you have no fan. So I'm just see if I can get an Intel. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, but this is 2018. So I'm talking about like 2020s. So this is 2018. You've got a fan, but also because with the 2020s, they share the same trackpad design. You understand? This is 2020. You can easily identify. Okay, this is. But with the 2020s, just let me see. Uh, it seems like we have more M1s than Intels. Okay, so I think this should do. So, so you see, with the Intel, so this is also this is an Intel 2020. From the trackpad, you may get confused thinking you're having the same thing. But one of there are other ways you can spot an M1. Also, the battery connector. Obviously, you see with this is the battery connector that you would get on the M1s. Now, the battery connector on the Intel will be like this. The Intel, you have the battery connector to be like this, while the M1 you get a battery connector to be like this. Now with the Intel, you will have a fan. With the M1, you'll have no space for a fan. So basically, there will be no fan. So there's just going to be an extended heatsink, but there will be no fan. So this is what you get. So those are just some of the ways you can differentiate between your Intel as well as your M1. So back to our problem. So this is a no power. First thing we do, we disconnect the battery. And this board, this is an A20-0 2016. Yeah, 0 2016. So let's open up the board view. A20-0 2016. Where are you? There you go, 0 2016. So that is the board view for your M1. So what we are going to do after disconnecting the battery is we want to see if we have a short across the board. We are going to check for a short on our PP bus line, which is going to be on. So this cap here. These two caps are sitting on your PV bus line, and also we're going to check for a short on our 5-volt line. So with the so these are the quick check you can do before taking the board out. So at LC 3200, so I had a couple of M1s that actually had a short on your 5-volt line, and that was caused by UC300. So usually what I do is I once I disconnect my battery with the back cover out, I want to check to see if I have a short on LC320, as well as to see if I have a short on my PP bus. And then here it says PP bus underscore AON, which means always on. So also we're going to have two multimeters. One is going to be continuity, and then one is going to be a diode, as well as our voltage. Can we see the multimeter, the sodium ion that Mark brought for us? Sodium ion that was delivered. Okay, so black probe on ground, and then red probe PP bus. Let's see. We don't have a short on our PP bus. If we had a short, we should have expecting a beep. And then on the 5-volt line, and we don't have a short. Okay, that's fine. So what the next thing we want to do is which pretty much mean that it is okay to connect power to it. So let's connect power to our machine. So we are, if we get 12.0 on our PP bus, that would mean that we are getting 20 volt, and we're getting 20 volt on our PPDC in. But if we're getting 12.32 higher than 12.0, which is higher by higher, not 12 point, because 12.02, 12.0, 12.03, that would mean that we have PPDC in voltage, which is operating at 20 volt. But if we have 12.32, it means we have 5 volt on our PPDC in. So let's see what we have on our PP bus. So we have our multimeter switch to voltage mode, black probe on ground, and then red probe on our cap here, which is on PP bus. 12.2, 12.3. Okay, let's just confirm this. See that? Yeah, so that means you're having 5 volt on our PPDC in. So if it was 12.0, 12.0, 2 or so, then, or 3 even, then that would mean that we have PPDC in. That would mean that we have 20 volts. So as it is now, it's let's just see if this device is actually stuck in recovery, because that also, so because this is an M1, we are going to use our first port here. Let's connect to see if the device is stuck on recovery. Let's open our DFU. Okay, the device is not stuck on recovery. Okay, let's try that again. Nothing. So now we have to take our board out. So we now want to find out why we have 5 volt on our PPDC in instead of 20 volt. The device requires 20 volts to operate, not 5 volt. Yeah. So my dear friend sent me. Yeah, I don't know. I can't thank him enough, because I kind of struggle with the chip that I have here. So he sent me something decent. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna call him afterwards. Yeah, you you can tell. So this is going to sit here. Yeah. And okay, so Usman, get a power plug, and then which was, yeah, there, and then you can sit. You can have it here, and then also get another seat for this, so we have two. Just get another seat, and that can sit here. No, 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 it's fine. Actually, there's one here, just a power plug. Okay, so yeah, let's take the board out and then find out why we have PPDC in is sitting at 5 volt instead of 20 volt. Now, we will 5 volt will be okay if this was an iPad. 5 volt would be okay if this was a cell phone, but for a Mac we need 20 volt. Okay, the board is out. Let's check out the other side of the board if anything stands out. So I was saying something about we are getting 5 volt here, and that's because we got 12.32 ish. So let's just confirm that's the case. Usman, it's fine, don't worry. He's gonna help you afterwards. Okay, so let's flip the board to the other side and show you guys what I mean. So here on our PPDC end, so where it says FF200, there we can measure for our PPDC in voltage, and that is supposed to be 20 volt. And that also says AON, AON switch. Okay. Uh, Now, so let's see, we're supposed to get 20 volts there. The fact that we are getting 5 volt, the fact that we're getting 12.30 means that we're getting 5 volt here. So let's just confirm that to be the case. And then you see that we're getting 5 volt. And then we have also checked that this device is not stuck on DFU mode. The next phase of our troubleshooting is going to be for us to see if there is anything that stands out on the board. If that is not the case, then we're not going to measure for a short across the board. Um, so first thing we're gonna start from is to check for short around our PPDC in, which is our CD32. In this case, it's gonna be CD32 17-ish, 1718. Yeah, 17. So the M1 14 inches. Wait. Yeah, okay, let's fine. Let's just worry about that later. So so our CD32 17. Let's see if we have a short around it. And then we don't have a short there, so let's see if we have a short further down on the board. Here. So we are just going to do random checks across the board to see if and we are using our capacitors because those are easy to measure for short. So when you are measuring when you're measuring across your board, especially when you're using the capacitors to check for short. So see, for example, when I do this, and then I measure on one side of the cap. If it beeps, then I will have to check the other side to see if it's going to beep. However, if I had checked this first, I'm not going to worry about the other side because one side it's presumed to be ground and then the other side will be on the main line. So the fact that one side did not beep, then I didn't have to check the other side. The only time I check the other side would be if one side, if the measure side that I measure is actually the side to ground, if it beeps, and then I confirm to see that that is not a short and that the other side is the main. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Yeah. So and then also depending on okay, yeah. Let's not elaborate, otherwise we may lose the point here. So let's just continue. Side. So if we check one side, we get a beep. We definitely want to check the other side to be sure that's not short. Check the other side, and then the other side. We're just gonna get another board just to confirm if that is a short or not before we check what it is on the board as well. This is a donor board. Yeah, we can use this. So two ways we go about this. When you measure for something and then the beeps on both sides, you can either check what it is on the board on your board view, or you can check use a donor board to see if you get the same response on a on a possible working board. So this side beeps and the other side doesn't beep. But this one we have beep on this side and then we have beep on the other side. So let's see what that is now. Let's navigate to that cap. And that's this. Okay, so and that is not good. Yeah. So that line, it's a 1.5, it's a 1.6 volt line, which is the voltage for the RAM, but the RAM is on the CPU. So this is this two here. This is okay. Yeah, this is not good. This is not good. Uh, this is not good. But but what I don't understand is so why it's the because if you have an issue on that line, your PPDC in should be high. So why is it sitting at 5 volt?
Which is why I wanted to ask you, isn't there any diffusion among that cake? That's why we're getting a short to our CPU.
So you're saying if the short originated from a cap or
Yeah.
yeah, we can look around it, but the fact that you get a short on that line and it's uh it's not a good one. It's not a good one. I'm just gonna just check again, but I can tell you it's not good. Mm, yeah, that's it's not good, and I don't see any cab that stands out here. Hmm. So this is the other one we had when we had the short on this line. The At least we had 20 volt on our PPDC in. We had PP bus as well. So and then the device, even that was partially Interesting. Hmm. We had the same problem yesterday, yes? Was it yesterday or 2 days ago?
Yeah, for Mac.
Yeah. I don't see any curve that stands out. I mean, the fact that we've got a short on this line, hmm, it's not good. Okay, so let's so we know this is supposed to be on this line here, and then the other one, which is you, yeah. So it's um yeah. So what we're going to do is we are going to remove L7741 and L7740 just to confirm that the issue is not related to E7700. But yeah, kind of, I don't have my hopes up. I don't have my hopes up here. So we're going to remove this and that. Just so we can find a way to isolate the issue to what size it is on. We had a similar issue like this one, and the problem was actually the RAM chips. So I don't know, but for some reason. But then the slight difference we have on this one, it's with the other board. Even though we had a short on this line, we had 20 volt in our PPDC in. But with this one, we getting 5 volt in our PPDC in. So let's see if our problem is G7700 or it would actually be good if our problem is G700. So let's see, what side is it on? Is it on this side? If it's on this side, I have very little hope for it. But if it's on this side, then that's good because we just have to replace U7700 and then we're good to go. So let's see, what side is it on?
Hmm.
Yeah,
CPU.
it's on this side. Yeah, this is fine. It's yeah. So
Uh,
this is very tricky. Okay, let's test it like this. Let's see. Do we have? Let's see if we have now that it's no longer connected. Let's see. What do we have on our PPDC in? We can confirm that. Let's see. Let's see what we have on our PB bus. PPDC is still 5 volt. Okay. Yeah, this is pretty much my number one suspect. These chips here. These are my number one suspects. Oh, this is not good. Uh, do we do? Should we inject voltage or look a little bit more out for? But I doubt this is camp related. I really really doubt it. But yeah, you never know. So we are going to inject voltage and hope that the problem is not. I think we may have to get another stand since that is not strong enough. I just hope this is not going to be a trend of these machines.
like CPU issue.
Yeah, in this particular manner, because I mean, this is the second one we've had.
Even also, I'm keep asking myself. You said there is they extend the heat sink.
Yeah.
So is it a good idea for
The more heat
new?
sink you have, the better, because this is so basically this will give, and also depending on the type of chipset you have, M1s are
Yeah.
very good in terms of they're not like Intel. The amount of heat you expect, it's not like that of Intel. The M1s, they're pretty very efficient. They're not like Intel chips. But only that is only on the Intel on the Air designs. The Pros, they've got fans, eh? Okay, so we are gonna inject a tiny a bit of voltage on that line, and then we hope, even though we're not so hopeful, but yeah, it's just hope that our problem is not going to be. Okay, so the idea is to inject voltage, and then whatever gets warm, it's gonna be like the giveaway of where our problem lies. Okay, let's hope that our problem is not the CPU. Nah, it's heating up. Yeah, it is heating up. It's quite unfortunate. Okay, so Let's put back our inductors. Okay, to proceed from here, we'll have to inform the client. So this just became a little bit more of an expensive repair. So we'll have to inform the client and then take it up from there. So for now, I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you.